Hey everyone, welcome back. Here we're going to be taking a look at the Master Grade 1100 God Gundam. Now don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, because I'll be reviewing more kits including the high grade Gundam Mark II. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Now the God Gundam, or in the English dub they call it Burning Gundam, is the second mobile suit that the main protagonist, that guy, used after the Shining Gundam was destroyed. So let's get started with this review. Starting with the box itself, the Master Grade 100 God Gundam was released way back in 2001 and is the first kit from G Gundam. So it is followed up by the Shining Gundam, the Master Gundam, and I don't know what the other name is, but I'll put up here on the screen. And that next Gundam. And from the front of the box, we can see a typical box art. One interesting note here is that older Master Grade kits usually have this kind of CGI looking box art as opposed to what we get now with newer kits, which looks more realistic and more lifelike. But hey, this thing still looks amazing nonetheless. Starting with the side of the box, we have here the front view of the model kit itself and the rear view, and also we have here the action frame, which is the first of the inner frames for exclusively released for the God Gundam, I mean for the G Gundam kit. We also get here the multiplier, which is when the God Gundam goes hyper mode, a beam sword, a machine cannon, which is kind of similar to the Wing Gundam, a core lander, which can be attached to the back, and a 128 scale of Domonkatsu itself. Moving to the other side of the box, we have here the model kit posed in different variety of ways. We have here its hyper mode, and also demonstrate the ability to use the action frame, which is really cool nonetheless. One cool feature that older Master Grades have is that usually newer Master Grade don't have these kind of things, which is a cardboard poster where you can, post it beside your completed Gundam model kit here, which really looks cool. I really wish they have one of these in newer Master Grades, but nope, we don't have one of these anymore. So far so good, but with the box out of the way, let's take a look at the parts of this Master Grade 100 God Gundam. So what are we getting with the God Gundam? Well, first of all, we'll be getting the God Gundam itself, the core lander, a pair of beam sabers, but I only showing here one, and three pairs of manipulators or hands. These are made out of rubber, so they are pretty durable. Two guard fingers or burning fingers. These are plastic. A rubber bee fin option, which in this case I attach here is the plastic version, the hard one. This one is the rubber version if you want. And of course, a Domonkatsu, which I'll place a photo right up here on the screen so you can see what it looks like. Starting with the core lander itself, unlike most core fighters where it looks really more spaceship type looking, this one is rather, I think, more ridiculous looking because of its fairly large wings on both sides. But overall, it actually looks pretty nice. So for colors here, we have a main body which is blue, a clear canopy for the cockpit, gray parts for the thrusters, red parts here for the wings itself, and and white parts and red and white parts for the wings. Also, you can for articulation we have here moving up and down, which is used for the transformation itself. The wings here go separately on each other. The cockpit, the canopy opens to reveal a 1/100 scale of Tomonkashu itself. To attach this onto the Gundam itself, first need to bring it down, and then take the Gundam and then slide it onto the slot, slowly attach it, align the grooves on the cockpit, and there you go. The core fighter is now attached to the Gundam itself. Next up are this pair of hands. So here we have the first pair of hands, which are the holding hands for holding the beam sabers, and also we also have another set of hands, which are the closed fists. They are currently attached to the Gundam itself, and also we do get action pose hands, which are used for pretty much kung fu style poses or karate poses. And finally, do take note, these are really pretty much made out of rubber, so they are pretty durable. And for the guard finger or the burning fingers, this one is pretty cool looking. It is molded in clear orange plastic, which is not rubber, and it comprises of only two parts, which is the guard here and the hand itself. I've added a little bit of a decal here from the Gundam itself, which is the King of Hearts. Pretty cool looking, and I really like posing the Gundam with this, using this hand as well. Although you do get the usual V-fins, you also get a rubber V-fin, which are pretty durable as compared to the brittle, and if you wanted to give the V-fins a little bit fall friendly, I guess. So that was it. Moving on to the beam saber itself, you can see that it looks rather plain with only a little bit of panel lining here at the bottom, but I added a little bit of sticker here just to break the monotony of white. And also the beam blade, I really like the beam blade. The effect part is green, but it is curved in such a way that kind of similar to a katana or a Japanese sword. This is quite unique compared to normal pink beams, which has a big bulge on the back and a tiny straight beam effect. You get two of these. So also do take note that unlike the one that you get from the Wing Gundam, which is rather a dark green, we'll wrap up here a part 1 review of the Master Grade God Gundam, and so far so good with what we get with the kit itself. It's not as many as most modern Master Grade kits, but it's good enough for the price. So that's about it for this video. Make sure to give it, once again, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll take a look at the mobile suit itself. See ya.